Now, what was the first sign of your back needing surgery or pain, or what came first?
Well, I was doing telethon out in California, and in the chair being made up, something kind of hit my lower back, and I thought, well, maybe my kidneys kind of infected, so I didn't say anything. The next day, the very same thing in the chair hit again, but that time a calcified disc had ruptured.
Wow.
It was just, my back ruptured, and it was sawing my spinal cord in two. Every move I make, I scream. So I was living in Atlanta then, and they got me on a plane, got back there, put me in the hospital. They operated on me, cleaned the column out, but they didn't fuse me. Didn't fuse that thing up.
Was there a reason why they didn't?
Well, just stupidity is all I know.
Okay.
You know,
they were supposed to.
Oh, of course, yes.
Okay.
And I've cried for a year, and so they took me to Vanderbilt in Nashville, and this man, he's a doctor by profession.
Yeah.
Said he had a way he could stop some of that pain. So he said, I'm going to go in and burn 3 nerves.
Three
to deaden the band around your waist. They said, you'll never feel that again. I said, well, I don't care, as long as I don't feel that pain.
Right.
And went in and did the surgery. And I woke up, and I was in a cast from the rib cage all the way down the left side. And can you imagine what I thought? I couldn't feel a thing. I couldn't move it.
You were paralyzed.
I was paralyzed. And my family said he came out 7 hours into the surgery. He came out. He was mad and cussing. He said, well, now we can't get her awake. And I thought that was nice for him to say that to my family. Then he went back in, worked with me some more, and came back out and took his scrubs off and threw them. And he said, I'm through. I'm going home. Now we just can't get her awake, but now she's paralyzed on one side.
Was he drunk?
Well, no, he's just crazy. Just a crazy doctor. And
he was an expert?
Well, he's supposed to be. Yeah. He had done this to so many patients that they were down the hall from me just screaming and crying. Well, I didn't know that was the same surgery he was going to work on me. And instead of 3, he burned 136 nerves and paralyzed and took a rib out and left
He had to be drunk. Oh my.
I don't know. I hadn't thought about that. I just thought
that doesn't even sound
God
human.
Oh, it wasn't.
So, then what did you do?
Well, from 88 until 90, I had so many back surgeries, 10 for the spine, and they kept cutting here and cutting there, cutting on the side, and trying to put this here and this there, and I was nothing but scars.
They were doing this trying to relieve the pain.
Trying to relieve the pain. And I would, after I finally went through rehab and nurses and doctors and hospitals to hospitals, and finally when they couldn't do anything else there, I was left that way. I went home and I learned how to hold on to things and drag that paralyzed leg and hold on to things to walk. But the story of that is so long, Joanne, I won't be able to tell it all, but it'll be in my book.
But it was terrible, wasn't it?
It wasn't even
terrible.
The name for
it. It goes beyond that.
It beyond it, and see the thing that is so amazing, and I don't know how much time you have left.
We have 4 minutes, but we have another hour, so.
Okay. I got to thank the Lord. I want to get back in the ministry so bad. Please heal this hellish pain. Please. Well, somebody said, why don't you go to Baltimore, that famous hospital up there? So I went, I'll skip over some things. And met this wonderful black Dr. Reginald Davis, and great Christian. And he x-rayed me, and he said, Dottie, they're right in Nashville. There's not anything else, honey, we can do for you. I said, would you do me one favor? He said, well, if I can. I said, I'm going to coil up, you know, and you snap a picture real quick. And see, they'd already put rods in my back. And he said, Dottie, you can't coil up. You got big old rods, 14-inch rods in your back. You can't do it. I said, I promise you, give me one try. And they said, well, all right, show us what you're going to do. I said, do it quick. And I went around the circle. They snapped it. And that doctor said, my land, when he read that, he said, Dottie, where he burnt those nerves, they have joined themselves to your spinal cord, and your spine, it can't float. He said, see, I noticed this right leg was starting to burn like the left one, and I could feel the burning inside. See? Yeah. Got up to my knee, and he said, I'll tell you later though, but he said, Dottie, I just have to tell you, I don't know what to do. He said, you have 50-50 chance of not living and never walking on this leg. He said, that's why you're burning so. It's traveling up, and you're going to be paralyzed all the way to your neck. And I said, let's go for it. So that night we took hands and joined them, and we both prayed. And peace came down, peace. And the Lord spoke and said, I will cleverly, through his hands, take care of that.
Through this new surgeon that you found?
Yes, cleverly.
Okay.
So I told Reggie what the Lord said. Well, I went into surgery, woke up in intensive care. And he was standing over me, just 2 sets of teeth. He was smiling so big. I said, well, Reggie, did we do it? He said, oh, yeah, you saw it and I did it. I said, no, I saw it and God and you did it. He said, oh, that's right. Oh, it was
Dottie, was the pain gone?
Oh, no.
The pain was still there?
Yes, the pain was still there.
But he did some
surgery. But I got to live.
Yeah, but, you know, is life worth living when you are still in constant pain? The next hour, we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
How do you stand it? Is God there in the pain? And people want to know that. We'll be right back with more of the story of Dottie Rambo.